Alright, so we're going to be finishing up table 2.2, our biodiversity of all of our sample plots, sort of our summary data table that we will include in our final paper. So in the last video we calculated the average abundance, we added in the calculations for the average abundance for native species in all of our sample plots that we collected data in, and we did the same for non-native. And so you can always double check this by clicking on the cell itself right here, but if you look over here in what's called the function bar, you can see what the cell actually equals. It doesn't equal 0.985, it equals the sum of cells D19 and D20. Anyway, double check that you have your formulas, functions entered in there correctly, and now we will total this up for our entire plot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add in a couple of boxes at the bottom, right across here, and we'll just call it plot totals. So if you just click under where it says sample plot number under plot 5, I'm just going to type in here plot totals, and great. And I think for us, you can highlight these right here and click right up here on the borders, give it a little border. There we go. Okay. To calculate up the average abundance, we are not going to total all of these into one number. We are going to average these right here. So we're going to get the average of the average abundance for native species for each plot, and this will give us the average abundance of native species for our entire sample area. So under plot totals, we're going to, in cell H10, looks like right here, we're going to type in equals, and then we're going to type in the term average equals the average of, and then parenthesis, and we're going to select all of the cells here, okay, for samples plots 1 all the way through 5. Close parenthesis, and so we've got equals average parenthesis H5 through H9, close parenthesis, and there we go. So the average abundance of native species in all of our plots, at least for my data here, is 0.021, and for yours it's going to be different. So please know you're not copying exactly what I put down here. You are copying what you have over here in your own for your own data that you collected. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for this plot, this cell here, the average abundance of non-native. So there's two ways we could do this. One is we could click here, grab the little box that's down there, right corner, and swing it over one. Okay. Double check it by clicking, and look, average abundance, or equals average, parenthesis, I5 through I9. So we've done the average abundance of all these cells right here. When you grab this little bar over, little box here, and move it around, it will carry the formula over and it will adjust for wherever you move it for the cells that it's adding. Anyway, that looks good. So this right here, this should equal 100 or 1. So the average abundance of non-native species is 0.979, or basically 98% there. Okay. Lastly, we need to calculate up the total number of species. So the total number for plot 1 was 3, plot 2 was 3, plot 3 was 4, and we didn't have any, I didn't have any for these cells right here. You might in yours. We could do an average, but really to get the total number of species, we actually have to go in and just look at it. The reason we have to do that is this plot here has Himalayan blackberry, reed canary grass, sedge rush. This one here has the exact same. So now we have 3 species. But if we had a different thing other than reed canary grass in here, we had another non-native plant in here, that would actually be 4 different species. So we just got to go through and count how many different species we have total. Looks like reed canary grass, Himalayan blackberry, rush, that's 3. In the next one here we have those same 3, now we have bed straw, that makes 4. And I believe that's it for my data set, so it'll be a total of 4. So this number here. And that is the one that we kind of have to do by hand because we literally have to go through and just read. We could figure out a way to make a formula there, but I'm not going to do that to us. You're welcome. Okay. The only other thing I might do is I might make these cells right here, I might put them in bold to kind of show that they're the totals. And so I've selected this bottom row here, the plot totals row, and then I've gone up here and just selected it to be in bold. So now that stands out. The other thing that you might want to do is you might want to enter in any qualitative notes that you feel are worthy or interesting. This table 2.2 is what's going to go in your final report. So anything about plot 1 that you noted on your data sheets, you might want to put in there. And in order to look at your data sheets, I've actually posted them online for you. I know, you're welcome. If you go to my website, our website, and to your ecology restoration project page down here where it says data. Period 2, group 1, group 2, group 3, on and on. So let's say you were in period 3, group 2. You could click here and eventually PDF will open magically and you'll be able to look over your data sheets. Okay, great. So you could look over your data sheets, any sort of notes you made in here that you might want to enter. The ground was 100% covered in grass, there was 10% open dirt, 30% tree cover. Any of these notes here that you feel you'd want to add in. It's totally up to you. And again, you can look over your data sheet and look over your notes. Just see if there's anything you'd want to include. Any mistakes, for instance, like here you had to throw something out, so it looks like this group throw one of their data sheets out, and that definitely happens sometimes. Okay, once you're finished with that, have me check it over, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Okay, thanks, bye.